We lost the game horrendously, but I hit his, I don't know, his red cape.
Yeah, his red cape. It's not easy to hit that red cape.
Exactly.
Yeah. I should be more positive. I definitely. I should be more positive. Sometimes you got to look on the bright side.
So, I think today is the 7th. In 6 days, ITEL will come out. The whatever version crap that will be buggy as hell and have very little features. But it will come out.
Okay. There's something to live for.
What do you want?
There's something to live for. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. If you're playing it, I'll definitely check it out. I still have Don't Starve. I've had that game forever. I think I played it like once or twice, and that's it.
Yeah, well, Don't Starve is a little bit... It's really cool, but it's also... It's a lot time consuming because it actually has quite a lot of depth to this little game. All the recipes and how to survive and when to fight what monster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Oxygen Not Included. It's like very formulaic, but it takes like 1,000 iterations to know how to...
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's not very forgiving.
Yeah, but I heard you wanted to play Factorio with me.
Oh, did you?
Choose your map.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I would actually love to play Oxygen Not Included multiplayer. But it's not.
Yeah, unfortunately not. I would. That's a game I would try. For some reason, I wouldn't mind playing like a Don't Starve or Oxygen Not Included. I'm surprised they haven't made Oxygen Not.
Wes, you should give Factorio just one try. Just one. Like half an hour or so, or an hour.
Select
And then
heroes.
you either fall in love or you let it. But it's really cool. I'm just telling you.
I don't doubt it. I do believe you. I do believe you.
I believe I can fly.
If you want to see some top tier, top shelf Overwatch gameplay, make sure
Hope you're flaming.
to tune into someone else.
Prepare your defense.
Flame on.
Select your
Let the flame wars begin.
Yep.
I think you should have a name something like with this. Like what's the most insane kind of flame? Like supernova death squabble or something like this, I don't know.
Supernova solar flare.
Yeah, supernova solar flare, hell infernal dragon fire flamer.
Dragon fire flamer. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna go tune in. And regret it immediately.
That would be the name for you. And then you take the short one, you know, the abbreviation from it. Well, that is what SWS means.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Enemy marked.
Stop the payload.
somewhere in World of Warcraft, in this land of World of Warcraft, there was a hero called Ash. Actually, to be honest, if you ever played World of Warcraft, the way you are into PvP, you would love Overwatch. I'm absolutely convinced. You would love the PvP. Like, this game is literally made for you. Well, it's obviously like, it's a little bit, you're on the late side of the arc. But if you ever... Yeah. Since you're so much into PvP in that game.
Yeah, but this game blows. Like, Overwatch is fucking dog shit. So, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, but why are you still playing it?
Because it really isn't a... I mean, maybe there's like Team Fortress 2. I don't know. There's really no other game that's like this. I mean, Overwatch could be good. The balance is just shit. It's just so awful.
There is Marvel Rivals. I'm not saying that... Yeah, there's Marvel Rivals. That is a little bit... Well, it's not one to do.
Like, watch, like, if I don't troll this game, like, this game so far isn't that bad. I kind of only died because my Mercy won't heal me. So that's sort of the only reason that I'm dead. But we need to move it here. So, but they're gonna ult. It's gonna be a total ult dump, so they can... My team's fighting on the wrong... Probably trolling here.
You know, the next game, like there's a few games that I have on my list with you. First of all, obviously Hytale. And then, you know, there are still these space games, these space strategy games that I hope they come out this year. And then there is a Warhammer Throne of War, I think 4. Now, I'm not that much of a strategy gamer myself, but I'm probably gonna play that because of the story and everything. It's a strategy game. So this is, and then obviously Total War, the strategy game. And what else? Yeah, well, you know, there is probably some other things that come out this year. Be good. But these are the ones that I have. And I mean, obviously, if something like GTA comes out, I'm gonna play that. But GTA is one of these games for me. I usually play it until I have the campaign done, and then I play some more, and then it usually gets very boring very fast. Because at some point you have the nice cars, and you know, it's just you know your way around, and then that's it. Did you actually finish this Keanu Reeves game? What was the name? Cyberpunk.
What's that?
Did you finish Cyberpunk?
No, I have not. I have not. I have not finished Cyberpunk. I mean, not with the DLC anyway. The DLC is kind of long. It's been long and ongoing. But the issue, you know, a part of the issue, I think, with Cyberpunk is... there's not enough gameplay. It's a whole lot of talking and exposition, and then it's not really... Stay there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
She just gets to kill me for free. That's cool.
Maximum velocity. Enemy seen. Heroes never die. Be careful. Combat system optimized. Let's repair that.
I mean,
Okay, and I'm probably kind of fucked up. I just can't really play the game. Look at this shit, dude. I'm almost dead. What the fuck? Like, Bob barely sees me, and he does so much fucking damage. I'm almost dead.
Is approaching its destination.
Leaky off go out.
Score 0-3.
Minus 12.
Yeah, Smurf is definitely not a Smurf. Had no idea the other sim popped ult. Like, nobody can follow you in there. No support would be able to stay in there.
Did they bring something new in Overwatch, or is it just the same?
Nah,
old
same
stuff?
garbage. Tomorrow they're doing what's called a rebase, which I think is a huge rebalance, but they've made no comment. They've said absolutely nothing about it. So it's supposedly really big and changes a bunch of stuff, but they always make statements like that, and it's always kind of nothing, you know.
Okay.
I'm not expecting much. I'll just put it that way. Like, for example, I don't expect them to remove the DPS passive. I don't expect them to make ultimates actually require skill. I don't expect them to increase the skill floor in the game in any meaningful way.
Oh my god! I wish that would go away. After last 3 days. I'm sick. I have some kind of a fever going around here.
Okay. Yep. My team's just really bad. I'm just gonna...
Labor.
Unfortunately, we're getting antied.
Aye, aye.
Heroes never die. Soothing your wounds. Double.
Enemy sighted.
Although maybe they're going in that direction because they
Like a
did
gentle rain.
reduce Kiri's projectile size.
I seem to put
Alright.
Okay.
that seems to be about right.
What's that?
Reducing projectile size.
I mean, that would be a welcome change, yeah. Don't we have a mercy? What is happening here?
How is Joe and the other guys?
I think they're okay. I don't see them too much. Okay. I mean, if our cast might, you know, move in and apply some pressure, I guess that's asking too much. Why do all of my teammates just play KD all the time?
Time to get clever.
Yeah, well, you know, when we play together, I already told you that
Let the kitsune
this is a
guide
very
you.
bad thing that you see this. Because most people are too stupid to understand that doesn't mean anything. And then they just play for that instead of playing for the team strategic. It's a simple number. People are usually simplifying, and then if they see a number go up, that means good, and then they feel good. The real analysis of strategic understanding is, I think it evicts the most people, even in really good rankings. It's just, you know, it's just repetitions ad infinitum until you know drop somewhere without thinking much.
Yeah, I just don't think it's. I don't think any of it's skill based. Like I just don't. I just don't see any evidence for it. I just see my tank getting diffed every.
Ooh, interesting. Austria is getting destroyed in my game. By Neapels. How could they?
Let's go.
Karchev.
I find it fascinating. Lucio has the highest win rate, but whenever I play Lucio, I never get any healing, so I always fall over. Same thing happens with Brig. I've noticed too. Like I have a high chance of winning if someone on my team plays Brig, and I pocket the Brig. The Brig heals everybody else, and then we have a pretty high chance of winning. Same thing with Lucio. But a lot of Lucios will go off on their own, and like do their own thing and just not play very well.
Select heroes to battle.
So I don't understand where this win rate comes from. Because I never get healing, and I feel like I need healing, like a little bit of healing to make Lucio work.
Well, I think you should invest in wall climbing. Get that.
Oh,
down with-
Kiri has the lowest win rate right now, interestingly enough. They used to let you pick...
Welcome to Hollywood.
Like Lucio is something like Genji, in my opinion. If you want to be good with him, you need to invest in him. Well, Genji might not be that way anymore. At least the last time.
what map?
I played him.
Hollywood, we're on defense. I'm gonna go back to, just because it's fun.
One small step at a time. Terran speaks so many different languages.
Oh, interesting.
I have decided to learn them all.
Mercy has the highest win rate of all supports on Hollywood. You know what's funny though is, so if I ask Ro, if I ask nicely, Ro will play tank until I just rank up to diamond. So, and that's a really good example, I think, of like their. Like their rank system and matchmaker just kind of doesn't work.
Yeah, but then you're just carried. I know what that means.
Well, it's not about getting carried. It's about having a solid tank. Like if I play 10 games, I could have 5 where my tank just feeds into the other team
Yeah,
and
but
gets
that's
hard
exactly,
dead.
that's not exactly carrying. Like, you have a guy that is clearly out of your league, and that plays clearly better than the average tank in your league. That means you're not doing the heavy lifting that you should to rank up.
Yeah. Well, think about it for a second. If your tank is constantly getting diffed, okay, that's a Reaper. No one's
Yeah, well, but listen, that's not possible. That's just statistic. Like, either you are on the I piss on this guy list of Blizzard, or you know, you have some unlucky games that should balance out over the.
It should, but what I'm saying is it doesn't. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you're like stochastically. Also, what you're competing against, right? Like you have to think about what you're saying too. Is other people are going to be smurfing and having their friends jump in, and so you're expecting somebody who, like, let's say I'm supposed to be gold and I've just been sitting in plat and I don't belong here, which isn't true because I soloed here, but I've actually gone into gold and it's soloed back into plat. But anyway.
Well, but listen, even then, I told these, you know, it sounds awful. For me, it's very good. I mean, either there is something that you're obviously, like, let's say, it is really the case that you have always the tank that loses. Now you can think, well, that's game different. Now let's say, no, you probably, if it's always your games, then you're doing something decidedly wrong.
I would agree with you, but that's just not the case. I mean, you can look at, like, I'll lose games because of my tank or because of a DPS.
You know, if you, it's like you know, the guy from what's his name, Sherlock Holmes. If you exclude everything that is impossible, then whatever you're staying with is the possible, or whatever it's is focus. You know. it's just like, you know, if you have always the losing tank, either your perception is wrong that this is actually the case, and that is my suspicion that you have just sometimes really bad, like, you know. Then secondly, yes, there might be really like the game is literally broken. They put you for some reason into games that are for some reason not fair. But then this would lead to further questions like why, you know, is it maybe because you play a lot with Rogue, they just anticipate that, you know, you belong in a higher bracket. Then when they put you there, you get filled up with shit tags. Because they want to balance out, I don't know.
I mean, it is a team-based game, so you could understand, like, stochastically, you could have any number of things that are happening.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a team-based game, you know, and that means statistics all the time should balance out, and you should either progress or stay, you know. Now, there is a few things that make it way harder. Like, for example, like what I did, just playing a character that was at that time really shit. And also playing it into even his counters. That is not the smart way to play, but it's the way that, you know, some people like I like to play. And then there is the thing like, you know, why not, if you can't win, why join? Just play tank until you're through this ranks.
Like look at this team, for example. I can tell we're going to lose because we're not taking any space. We're not stopping them at all. My tank is literally standing right here. You can't tell me I belong in this rank when I have teammates who do shit like this. They're literally just allowing now he moves in. Like,
I'm not coming to any conclusions. I'm not saying what's the reason. I'm just saying like this should be. This is the you know, the premise. This should be the same for everybody, you know. And if you always have the tank that loses, either your perception is off or something is really off. And I mean, just think about what could it be. You know, you can just literally go through logically and think what should it be. So first of all, in this fight, in my opinion, you were totally alone with the rest of the team. They were already dead, and you were the only one trying to keep the tank alive. So this is obviously you won't win that. And then your ultimate was too late, but that didn't matter anymore. You would have lost anyway. So it is. I don't know. Like everybody else was already dead except for you and the tank. So that was just that fight. Yeah, I mean. You know, I don't know.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Yeah, no. Where's the thing is, you know, that's the thing, you know. If you look at the Gauss, you know, curve, you know, the thing where you land is not, you know, I don't think the game precision is so high enough that they can say, well, this guy belongs in Diamond 2. I think you literally you play some games and you get dealt some cards. In a sense, you get some games with some enemies and some friends. And then this literally places you, and over the seasons, some seasons you will be on the lower side of the Gauss curve, and you might land in, you know, in gold. And if you have one season and you have some really good games, then you will land maybe in, I don't know, Masters or whatever, or Diamond 1 or so, whatever. I don't know where your actual, you know, the idea that you belong in this or in that rank. I don't think that is, you know, that is probably not the right way to think about it, because I don't think there is the granularity of the system that it can decide that close on your games. Because first of all, you probably don't have that many games in a season for statistics to really matter, especially at the beginning. And then you would really have to, you know, So I just think you know it is there is probably multiple convoluted reasons why this makes you like this. Now I totally understand you. The thing is that also aggravated me was like often the games you have is just like you get such imbalanced teams that there is literally nothing you can do. And that is these games stay in your head. But if you just like, I mean, you would just take an hour and play for 1 hour. And after this hour, go into the thing and look how many games did you win, how many did you lose, how much did you heal on average, and things like this. You know, how much did you know, how many kills on average and things like this. And I'm pretty sure you don't have to compare yourself to the enemy tank, because that is not your role. You have to compare yourself to the enemy healer, because that is your role, you know. You have to be in your statistical bracket to count yourself. And if you find out that you have statistically higher chance to you're playing on average in your rank statistically better than all the other healers, let's say by like say 20% or something like this, or 30%, and you're still not ranking up, at that point I would actually wonder, like, maybe there is then some kind of a bias. Let's say they need healers in a certain rank. I'm just making up a case for you to understand. Let's say they don't have enough healers in gold rank. So maybe there is a programmed system that says, well, listen, we don't have enough healers this season in gold rank. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna downrank some of the healers that would be platinum or something like this, so that we find gains for the gold rank people. And now, if you play healer, you will be in gold rank by design, and you won't have a notice. But I could understand. Imagine, like, if there was no healer in gold rank, not a single one, and all the gold players, they couldn't even start the game because there would be no healer. So they would all leave the game. Do you think they have the interest in that? I don't know if they have the control mechanism in the game like this. I'm just, the only thing I can observe is either do you play in your rank compared with all the healers good? And if yes, then why aren't you getting up? Is it like you don't have enough games played, or is it literally you get dealt always bad cards? And then, you know, if you can basically exclude these, then I would actually think about if there is some systematic bias in game because you play healer. Now, if you do the same thing and you play, for example, let's say you play damage dealer, or you play something that is ubiquitous, they have a lot of. So basically, you have them in all ranks. They are never needed. So basically, what you know then is there is probably not a bias to downgrade you or upgrade you. So maybe you should play something different for a season than healer, just to have it, to get an idea. Because the skill is
going to be. I play 6v6 all the time, where you play everything, and in there it's kind of wild. Like there was like I've had people who are higher ranked than me in my games, and it's kind of weird. Like, this is what I'm talking about, dude. Dollface is 8 and 10 right now with 5,000 damage. Like, what the fuck? And we have way more healing than they do. You see what I mean? Like, that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. And this happens to me every game.
Yeah, their soldier is carrying. Look at the stats. Their soldier is clearly carrying.
Their soldier isn't carrying. Our DPS doesn't know how to play the game.
Yeah, because the soldier is killing them constantly. That is what I tell you.
Okay, I have to drop here. Okay, and I can't. Yeah.
Like, listen, if you don't, like, you know, if.
Okay, that. I have to stand behind the tank. Like, I can't reposition anywhere because he's taking so much damage.
Because look at the solo just shooting that guy even there already down before anybody's there. Now the other guy is low. Now the tank is alone. Because
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, if you look at a game like this and you think that their matchmaking system and rank system works, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, the shit is so fucking broken all the time. My games are like this.
I didn't say that, Wes. I didn't say their matchmaker or their ranking system works. This is not what I said. What I said is just like, you know, it's if there is not some kind of a bias against healers in higher ranks or something like this, then you know.
And then they're gonna push me here.
I played worse than, but you see now you have the soldier on. No, it's a reap. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just getting hard dipped. But this is what I mean, dude. Like, my tank is actually somewhat okay here. 8 and 12 is DPS.
No, 25, 0 and 20 and 2. These guys have almost 50 kills and these are the 2 damage dealers. Now look at yours. Now you know why you lost. There is nothing. And their tank also has 20 kills. Like, this is a huge diff. You don't have to report them. They didn't do anything. Like, look, you can go back at the and look at your stats. Like just your healing. Oh my god, Wes. I'm getting.
I don't know.
You're triggering me with your fucking report, man. Who cares, man?
Yeah, but you don't know if they're cheating or not. And now I'm back in gold because I keep getting games that are unwinnable. It's fucking absurd.
No, Wes, yes.
All right, so I'll go back. I'll look at my stats. I have way too many games like this, dude. I'm telling you, 6 and 6.
Look at this. This is like 3 guys with over 20 kills. 3 guys with over 20 kills, and then you have a 2 with 13 and 8. This is just that guy has 12,000 damage. The tank has almost 13,000 damage, and I mean one of the damage dealer has as much damage as both of you combined. This is just like, yeah, this is
I'm telling you, like 90+% of my games are like this. It's like I genuinely am trying in a lot of my games. It's just pointless. There's no need to even try in these games because they're not winnable. It has nothing to do with how I play. It's like literally nothing to do with how I play.
Yeah, but you know, the only thing you do is the reason why you get up or not. So it has everything to do how you play, because
well, that's the only thing I can control. Yeah, but
exactly.
I'm saying that's just not enough. Like, support isn't a strong enough role to carry.
But you won't kill every a game like this is just. The only thing I'm just wondering is because you're so negative in your mindset that you're basically throwing the game. You know, it might not even be a skill issue, it might be just your mindset. I mean, if you start up the game and you're flaming the whole team and you're reporting everybody and say, like, you're already in such a bad spot in your mind that you're probably throwing the games. Just not because you can't win, because you're bad, just because your mental, you know, it's just you're on a bad spot already. And the thing is, you know, I understand this is would also be frustrating for me, but it would be something, you know, you maybe can, and you know, and then like in a game like this where you see that you clearly, like the last game was clearly a game where, first of all, the one thing that I saw is just from, you know, a brief peeks. So basically, your team never played together. Like, they all ran in alone, one after each other, like you know, like a chain of little ducklings behind the, like, you know. Obviously, then you have never a front line, you have never, you know, crossing fire path, you have never, you know, fire cover or any kind of the offensive defense, you know. Because whenever you make pressure, the other team has to fall back, and they cannot pressure full. You know, there is usually some kind of a defensive effect when you go in as a team. You didn't have anything of that in your team, and you were there trying to heal. So I'm just wondering, you know, in a case like this, you have to think about not what what you know, like, yeah, this team is shit and things like this. You should think about how can you improve the situation. And I don't think like the best way to improve is by then doing the same thing over and over again. I think what you should try to do is maybe do something unorthodox, like maybe go flank as a damage dealer. Play a damage dealer that you usually don't play, something like that. You know, I don't know. It's just, you know, because obviously in a game like the one before, it's just like there's literally like with a team like that, and then you might still lose, but you still did something different. You know, if you're already on a losing path and you're doing the same thing, well, then it's clear that you lose. You have to switch something up. But you know, this is just you know, take it or leave it. This is my opinion. It's just I just you know. I mean, I'm not the one that wants to rank up. You are the one that wants to rank up, and I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I just want decent games. I just want, because like if the game isn't close, it's not going to be fun. So I don't know. I just want games that are halfway decent.
Well, there's nothing you can do there. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. That's why I get frustrated. It's not the losing that's the problem. It's the quality of the games are so bad.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. You will have like. I think until you're probably the top 100 players or something like this, you will have games that are all over the place. And even with the top 100 players, you will have an outlier, like one that has a day off or something like this. But I think the better you get, the closer the games become. Yeah, until you are in basically top master, champion, whatever league, you will have you have some smurfs, some absolute idiots, some people that got pushed, some people that, you know, play on controllers and other play on whatever. So it's just like, what do you want to do? That is how it's gonna be. And if you don't like it, well, you're welcome to join me. I don't like it. I'm not playing it. The matchmaking system for me was so horrendous that and also the balance changes, and so that I said basically, well, you know, bye bye. And all the changes they made were all constantly worse and worse and worse and worse. There was just like, you know, I didn't see any improvement. And there is so little progress. It's always the same shit maps. They rarely bring a new hero. They have so much creativity as like my little left toe or something like this. It's just like there is no creativity in there, like literally no. It's just like, yeah, well, a hero in a year or something like this. And that is considered working? Like, that is a working ethos at Blizzard? Like, what are these character designers even doing for the rest of the years? Are they all year on Bahamas and things like this? Like, literally, why aren't they pushing out every month or two a new hero? Like, what is going on? It's just like, you know, or at least like, let's say every 3 months a hero or something like this. No, it's just like, no, I just, for me, this is incredible. The working ethos of them is absolutely moronic bad. So, yeah, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you talking about Rivals? Like Rivals?
No, about Overwatch.
Oh, Overwatch. Yeah.
Like, how many new heroes did they bring out? Maybe 2 a year or something like this? What are they doing for the rest of the year? Like, that's maybe 2 months work.
Yeah, it's like, so a season is 2.5 months, so every other season, so that's 5 months or so. They have 1 hero. Yeah.
So yeah, basically 2 a year.
Basically
so,
2 a year, yeah.
So that is just, what is that even?
Yeah, and they came out with Stadium. They basically just gave a bunch of shit to Stadium, which is a mode that probably best case scenario 20% of the player base. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't want to be overly negative, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Warning.
you are.
You're voting to ban your teammate's preferred hero.
And because you're complaining all the time about the state of the game, and I'm just saying that you're not overly negative. It's just like,
I'm overly negative sometimes, yeah.
No. What I say, either you have an opinion, and you can ask if this opinion is well grounded or not. But an opinion isn't overly negative, in my opinion. It's just like, yeah, you know, it's just like if you have an ungrounded opinion about something that has nothing to back it off, then it's overly negative. But I ask you, do you believe that the community on average believes that the matchmaking is in a good place in Overwatch?
Overall, I would say overall, I don't know. That's good. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Do you think, like Rose said, like, oh, the matchmaker is such a good thing. That's the best thing they have in this.
Oh, I definitely don't. It's definitely more on the negative side, for sure. The only time I ever hear anybody talking about it, it's...
Well, if you say the matchmaker is shit, then it's just stating the fact. Like,
Yeah.
if the complaints of the community is like, now what has this to do with overly negative?
Yeah, so maybe it just isn't overly negative. Maybe it's just negative. Justifiably so.
I mean, you know, the thing about if the ranking system and all that is, but in my opinion, if you go to Reddit and you read about the matchmaker, do you think I will find good, like, oh, that's so good and things like this, or it's just like, no, I think that's like literally the common sense from the people that the matchmaker is horrendous and the games are not balanced at all and they don't feel good. And I think that is exactly you know. But you know, it's like you're like a guy that all constantly puts you know, salt in his wound or something like this. You clearly don't like the matchmaking in the system you're constantly playing. It's just like, yeah, well, you like to hurt yourself. You become some kind of sadomasochist or something like that.
And they say sugar.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, for example, that game. That is boring. I mean, you're just walking through.
Yeah.
This is the first time they have some kind of a counter.
Where do I put
Just put it somewhere.
put it?
This should help.
I'm actually gonna put it there. And now it's gonna go there. I mean, this team is just good. I'm not carrying at all. They're just. My
Yeah,
team's
but
just
you know, how
good.
can you say you have always bad tanks? Now you have a Doomfist that basically crosses them in their base.
Yeah. Well, this game feels like a bit of an outlier.
Therefore, not for the other team, you know. Junkrat Queen.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put that there.
I think that Doomfist Queen will do
That's broken. I'm out.
Oh, that was nice. With the phone or whatever.
I need to not miss all my shots. There. Actually, I need this way more forward for my team. Right there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this team's just... Well, they did good on attack. We'll see.
Well, now you should also report everybody of your team.
Select your hero.
That's fair. Well, they couldn't possibly be cheating. It's just...
Like, I don't even know how you have this stamina to after the game even click on their names. Like, they offend you even more. First of all, they kill you the whole time, and then you have to also fumble around with their names. Like, how can you even? This is just like...
it takes a level of insanity, I think.
Yeah. You could also name Fumble 2000. Shani Mauchi.
5, 4, 3,
Enemy.
1. Attackers incoming.
Yeah.
Stop the pin.
Washed away.
Do they have an Anna? They do not. Maybe that might be my fault, I guess.
Like a gentle rain. Damn it.
Minor perk unlocked.
I'm with you. Draw strength from nature. Make trouble. I am trouble. My ultimate is ready. Kaichi. Got one here. You're dead, huh? Let the Kitsune guide you.
What the hell? What does that delay when I try to...
Draw
It's like
strength
some weird
from
delay when I'm trying to shoot. I wonder if it's my mouse.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay, that sucks.
Carried on the wind.
I don't know why my Hanzo is taking that angle when we're down one.
Done playing around. 다이저브. Under my protection.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay. My team's cheating. So I've diamond Juno SR. I have plat Alari SR apparently, and my Kiri is complete shit. It's funny, or is gold anyway. I shouldn't say it's not. It's not that bad. It's just gold.
I think you have to hardcore farm, you know. You just have to hardcore farm. Oh, let's see. I don't know.
Is he on vacation, or is he back to school?
3, 2,
I don't know.
1. Fight.
I carry my
Select
burden.
your hero.
Was musical. Maletico.
Manam papatawananta manyakusachu.
Minor perk unlocked.
Yatakunaikiba. Don't underestimate me. It's just my training. I'm on fire.
Oh. So, the cat is back out again.
How is she?
Yeah, I think she's a little bit sick also. There's some kind of her voice is a little bit, I don't know, chuffy, I don't know.
Oh, her meow.
Yeah, nah, just sometimes it's like, you know, like morning. She's just yeah, exactly.
A little like raspy.
Exactly, sometimes.
No time for rest.
And she's sleeping a lot now.
Más hacemos conquista. Chasqui por hunting. I won't hold back. Don't underestimate me. Get away from me. I was made for this.
Yeah, it could also be there's just not a lot of people who play the game too, like kind of like high level.
I've done worse and I'll do worse.
So they put like that, like one of the tanks, like my tank was like gold, and then the other tank was a Masters DPS player doing their placements earlier. So that was fun. So as far as Hightail, is Hightail, when it's coming out, is it beta or is it supposed to be the full?
So the thing about the game is, I mean, as I said, the developer just bought it back from Riot Game because they wanted to stop producing the game.
Yep.
And like they would have let that whole thing go down. And so he came in and said like, well, we are using the 4-year-old engine and trying to just release it in some semi-playable state, because we want to break the curse of the release. So, you know, now they are just, it's already like in a, I mean, there's going to be a lot about it, but the AI is going to be bad. World generation is the V1, then, but they already have a V2 version. So it's just like there is no magic, there is no, many things are missing. But that again said, it had already like features that wasn't even there in Minecraft. So it has, yeah, it could be next gen Minecraft, but it's gonna come out probably in a rough state.
Think you can
So
get up?
yeah, but since this is like, you know, I hoped for that game for a long time, and so I will see how it turns out, and what it, you know, what it is and what it isn't.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
it's not gonna be the
I've read your
pretty
report on
thing, you know,
cryogenically
that everybody
preserving severed
hoped for.
appendages.
But
I'd be happy to assist in your research.
we'll see.
No, thank you. I don't think our methodologies are very aligned.
Come now, Doctor. I was only hoping to lend a hand.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
But last Star Citizen is also a little bit in the shit hole. From what I hear. Like the last patch was so bad. like I actually know, I think that this is what I noticed. So there was, I just saw it today, I read it, that like after the last patch he was just able to play the game at like 10 to 20 FPS. And this is what I encountered, and it was literally unplayable for me with that low of frame rate. Like you cannot fight with that kind of low frame rate.
Yeah.
And then I stopped. Yeah, they seem to have broken again something. And keep in mind, last year was the year of playability.
That's kind of funny, isn't it? Okay. Gotcha.
This time, I will succeed. Watch yourself.
I don't know.
Accompany
With this Mike guy, what's his name? Salty Mike. When I think about name, I always think, is it Funny Mike or Funky Mike or
Funky
or-
Mike. I wish it were Funky Mike.
Yeah, Because I never, what, something like this, salty micro. I don't know what. Yeah. We had just had a friend for 3 days now over from Israel that lived with us. It's nice. No, she went today, she went back.
Cool. Is she doing what?
Yeah, yeah. It's not that far from Israel, which is so, yeah. And on top of that, I was sick. It was just like
Still don't have my major perk yet.
Freeze! Don't move!
My tank didn't die at all. Okay.
Switching sides.
You know, do you sometimes wonder, like, if you think about the 80s and 90s, if the computers and today, like the leap in performance they made, I just wonder, like, if there is any point, like, you know, a cap, you know, or is it just going on and on and on? Or is it just like some like, you know, in this post-apocalyptic world, it was always like, yeah, we had this golden age, and then from then it devolved everything into like Stone Age. And I'm just wondering, like, with all the news we have about increased prices and problems with manufacturing and yeah, I'm just wondering if we are like about to top out, or if it's like in 20 years, if we go back
One small step at a time.
and say like, yeah, do you think at that age we had all these bulky graphics cards that couldn't even run like real you know, worlds and blah 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 in real time and blah 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 with infinite frames and and now we have like you know, I just wonder like you know, like if this is all, you know, how much performance is there still to be grabbed.
Like if compute keeps getting stronger, or if we're gonna like peter out.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it keeps going up significantly. Yeah. In fact, I think one of the only things that keeps it where it is the market system. I think it would actually improve faster if it wasn't for the limitations of the market. My tank. Can try. That sucks. That sucks. Now I'm way out of position. Yep. Okay, let's get that. I only care about my KD.
I think
Ready to establish orbital ray connection.
No, I was just trying not to die there because I knew my team would come back. They already tapped, so I'm gonna use ult to hold this choke. They have to. Right here, my tank's probably dead.
see, he has anti-heal and now he's dead. First they picked an honor.
Yeah. I can try to survive. They are. Okay.
And also they have a roll pop, so now would really be a moment to pick on. I guess I just like this as a multiplayer.
Wow, she can hold her ult for quite a while, huh?
Oh, that was nice. Man, am I tired already.
I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna wrap this way. Oh, I got her! Oh, nice.
Ooh, that was no. Why didn't you shoot on her? No.
Ah, I thought my pulsar would take care of her, and they did not tap. They did not.
That was close.
Yeah, yeah, it was. I thought my pulsar had her. I don't know why she. Did she nade herself? Is that why?
Orbital rays ready.
This is a Christmas death. Ah.
My ultimate is ready.
Like there is one name that I came across last time by a root person. That is a very unfortunate name because usually there is a stupid guy from the South South America, not South America, South United States, like and they need some kind of a stupid villain, they always give him that name. And the name is Cletus. I never saw like, oh, this is the genius Einstein Cletus. It is always like this guy that is like, you know, that bearded idiot that can't even, you know, drive his ship. I don't know, but it's hilarious that I have such an association with that name.
Okay. There's some top tier gameplay for you. Oh, I didn't see his arrow. All right. He just just magically shoots his arrow, and I can't see it. Got it. Unless it was there, and I just. Frustrating game for them.
Play of the game.
So you won again, Wes.
Huh?
Why did you lie to me? You said you have always the bad tank. Now you won twice in a row. Again, don't forget to report all your team.
Yeah, it's just playing with me.
I know.
You'll also notice the last two games have been uphill battle, but my team has pretty much mopped the floor with the other team. It's not even close to uphill battle. Not even close.
No, you. Like it's almost 6 o'clock and I'm already like
Tired.
I could sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, long days the last few weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
Monitor. It's such a cute thing.
Tell me, what are you in the market for? Hmm? Welcome, my friend.
No. No. I think that ship has sailed. I don't. Yeah, well, I think he's working in a hospital
Select
a-
a map.
as a, what's it called? As a, like a nurse, something like, I don't know, how do you call that? But you know, he has some kind of I don't know,
Select
you know,
your-
it might not have to do anything with us. It might just be his family. He has some kind of a strange family. Or family things. And
Select heroes to ban.
yeah. See. We should be a few months out of the court case, but it's not stopping and stopping and stopping, and it's going on and on and on. It's impossible. They want this. Yeah, it's just not never ending. The others, they try to make it as long as they can. So in the hope that, you know, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, just basically
They have a-
holding out, right? Like hoping for
yeah, they have a losing
something
case,
to go.
and
Yeah.
exactly, and they just hope that my aunt is gonna die, and then, you know, everything will change. So they are just stalling everything, and meanwhile,
Yeah.
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 One small step at a time.
Yeah, that's
The regions of Earth are so
that's too bad. It's too bad it couldn't just be like closed out under like frivolous, you know, like
Yeah, you know, the thing is, it might actually turn out that way, in a sense that, you don't know. Did Ilya tell you anything?
Alir? No.
Unlocks in 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, we had.
I mean, you gave me kind of an update later or before, but I'm also streaming right now. I think your voice might be coming through, so just so you know, I just don't want you to.
All my. Now we have to deliver everything that's missing to the hospital.
You have to go to the hospital?
No, my aunt. We have to deliver her on Christmas Eve to the hospital. Where she is. And it's not looking good. That is a nice straw. Like a straw, you can like put stuff in a glass and immediately drink out of it. Without. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired.
I need to reload. Ring out. Enemy over here.
Yeah, either I guess Helio is either in holiday or he is he went for some scheme or he's back to school, I guess.
You know what? I might ult like from the side here. Gotta save my gun for... Oh, Ryan. Oh shit. Sorry, Ryan. Yep, you're gonna explode, and I'm out. Tracer, you can get yourself out, kind of. Should. Yep. Is she in the hospital now? Whoa! Shit.
Ready to establish auto ray connection. I will fix that. Orbital ray is ready. Fall back. Welcome to orbit. Be careful. I am escorting the robot.
Enemy forward spawn.
Does this help? Reloading.
Oh wow, what's this? You know, the Romans in Hannibal went into Rome, and they sent some armies and just crushed all of them. What they did is basically they stopped sending him troops, and they started evading him.
Mhm.
And so Hannibal was basically going haywire in northern Italy, while the Italians, or well, not at that time, the Romans were basically ignoring him, and then they went to Carthage to burn that thing down, and so he was called back. So even if Hannibal never lost, he lost the war. The one thing that I'm wondering is if the same is true for, you know, modern aircraft, you know, like the F-22 and things like this. These might be platforms that never really lose, but still lose in a war, because they are just not relevant enough. They are not enough, you know, they can't be everywhere. They, you know, they are probably too expensive. They are too few. And there is just way cheaper alternatives to controlling a battlefield, like with all the drones and things like this. So it's one of the one of the pitfalls of the Carter, I don't know, Cartesians or no, I don't know. You know, the guys from the country of Honeyball, that, you know, you can be unbeaten and still lose. Another thing is with Pyros, where he was fighting the Romans and he basically won always, but in such a disastrous way that he basically said, well, one of more of these wins and I'm basically I'm done. So this was you know, when and I'm just wondering, because we have so much news about the future of fighter jets and things like this, and the question of drone and AI and things and all of that. And I'm just wondering, why would you invest in a fighter jet that costs like, you know, 150, 200 million or whatever, you know, a modern one, when you can just take out the landing field or the support station for the jet, or you can target the, you know, the tanks or the you know, all these other things, all these other weak points. You don't attack maybe the jet by itself, but the jet needs to start, it needs to be fueled, it needs to land, it needs to get around. Well, you can destroy all that get around. Who cares if you can't win it, if you can win when he's in the air or not? Let him shoot his whatever, like his 15 missiles or whatever they have, and then, you know, take that hit. And then, you know, it's just like, you know, if you have big enough reserves decentralized so that you can't be hit hard, and very cost efficient, then even a missile might not actually, like shooting a missile at a drone is not a good you know, value proposition for the missile, for the guy, because the drone is so cheap that, you know, and the missile is very expensive. So, you know, by winning you are losing. So I'm just wondering what the, you know, in the future battlefield, like what we see now also in Russia and things like this, this is gonna change the future of military, you know. It's just I think it's just this sunk cost fallacy that some of the, especially the United States, is in, that they have these huge expensive aircraft carriers, and many of them with, you know, with many airplanes and very expensive, and a lot of, like, all these companies like Lockheed Martin and Boeing and all these Northrop Grumman and blah blah, they have this huge industry around this one kind of technology, you know. And the question is, what if this technology becomes obsolete? So you have basically a sunk cost fallacy, because now you should switch off a technology because it's not efficient enough anymore, but you can't, because you have already spent so much, and there is already so much depending on it, and there is also there is so many people hanging on it, and then also because you are never really sure that switching to another technology is actually improving your situation, because you actually don't know. The problem is you just find out when it's already too late. So you're basically locked into a strategy that you can't get off. And the question is it really the best decision? Like, if you had a clean slate and you went in and you would say, like, what is the best strategy, like, to counter whatever strategy? And it's so high volatile that we don't know, like, where this is all going. So, but since, like, you know, you have so many eggs already in that basket, you're almost locked in. So, you know, it is just yeah, you see, I'm thinking a lot about things like this, and that's why I'm always bringing them back up. But it's just interesting to see, like, you know, with all the AI changes so a few weeks back ago I heard that now the Russians put heat-seeking missiles on their drones, You know, it not even that capability is now just needed for you don't even need anymore heat seek you know, a missile platform like a jet if you can put it on a drone. Obviously that makes the drone also more expensive, but that's probably nothing compared to a full fighter jet, especially in a highly contested airspace where you can be shot down at any moment. So that's pretty low risk for what you can potential get. So it's just interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't ask you about the Venezuelan thing. Did you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, for me this looks pretty much like all the pretense of any kind of morality or thing has fallen, in my opinion. I think you know, probably Maduro wasn't a clean slate. Yes, probably he had some dirty hands and things like this. But you know, I just don't understand why the Americans believe that they have the right to the oil of the Venezuelans. I mean, imagine if the rest of the world would come over to the United States and kick your doors in, basically put your president away, and say, by the way, we then all take all your resources in that and that state or in Texas or whatever. It's just like, where do we even live? It's just, for me, it is. You know, it is. It's pretty much. I think we are on the brink of a new world system. Like all the pretenses fall now and also like all the argumentative, like how do the Americans now want to argue about, well, it wasn't right that the Russians went into the Ukraine and things like this. Well, you know, this was on their doorstep, while the Americans go to invade a country that is like a few thousand miles away.
Pretty far away, yeah.
Exactly. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying that Maduro. I mean, obviously Maduro, as far as I understand. Keep in mind, I'm not any kind of knowledgeable about that. I mean, he probably was an asshole, and it is probably somehow deserved. Um, but you know, you don't like. There is something I don't know how to say it in English. Like let's say you have a sniper in a building, and you don't know how to easily get that out. Well, one thing that would be equal appliance of force would be to give another sniper in another building. Maybe if you want to a little bit go over it, you use an artillery to flatten the house. But you're not using a nuke to get out that sniper. That is just like, that is a total misappropriation of force compared to the problem. Now, if you listen to Donald Trump and he says, well, you know, it's all about drugs and drugs and drugs. Well, okay. Then why don't you have DI, you know, drug police and things like this? Isn't that some kind of a special ops and things question? Why does the military have to basically invade another country? And then it's also like, it's just like the whole thing is, you know, and it's not like it's in 1 week. He's threatened 5 countries. You know, 5 countries. He's threatened Venezuela, Colombia, Denmark, Iran, and what was the
Iceland?
And what was the
Iceland, which is the Denmark.
No, yeah, no, I mean Denmark, and there was another country. Like in 1 week, like how does he think that's like and then like he's talking about all this oil that's now coming to the United States. So first of all,
Cuba?
it is heavy.
You're probably thinking of Cuba.
Yeah, it's probably Cuba. Yeah, but it's more. So as far as I understand, like Venezuela has around, was it like 14 to 16, 17% of the world confirmed oil reserves. Now, as far as I understand, that is the confirmed, that is not the usable. So it has, as far as I understand, it has the most confirmed oil reserves. But if you look about the usable ones, the one that you can actually some kind of efficiently, connect to some kind of digging operation, or I don't know how you call this in English. Then it's about the 5th country. So I think it goes down to around 7% or something like this. So, and then also, as far as I understand, the oil is also heavy oil. So it is way harder to basically manufacture that into different other things. It's more expensive. And also it needs a lot of time. But Donald Trump is all about the oil. He's all about oil. It's just, what about the freedom of these people? And now is Maduro really as far as I understand, he was basically downvoted by his own people, and he just didn't leave. So he basically he already broke the what's it called? He already putsched. I don't know. Is putsch an English word? He basically. Wait, let me look up the word. I need this word. State coup, or how you call that in English?
Oh, a coup?
Coup d'etat, state coup. So basically, Maduro, as far as I understand, he already made a coup in his own country. So obviously, he was already a really bad guy. Also, his people suffered under him, and I think they wanted him gone anyway. So it's probably not the worst thing that he's actually gone. So, Donald Trump, and, at least if the Americans went in, took Maduro out without many casualties, not a war against the people or something, you could argue, okay, they just crushed a dictator. But then you have to leave, and you have to leave the resource to the people. Because this is literally their inheritance. It's their land. But this is not what he does. So basically, no matter now what his intentions, what he wants to convey, what his intentions was, if he takes a single dime of a country that already is suffering and for many years and is very, very poor, if you now steal from the poor that are already suffering for many years, what is the justification for the United States? Like, literally, if you then believe that this has any kind of moral justification, you are literally...
Do you mean the nationalization of oil in Venezuela?
Yeah.
And now it's going to be privatized?
The of the oil of the United States from Venezuela. If they basically now, there is... Then you basically... The only thing, as if I was an American citizen, the only thing I could basically is like, now we are on the bad side. Now we are basically the evil regime now. So it really depends on how this turns out, in my opinion. I don't think that many of the Venezuelans are really unhappy because of Maduro, as far as I understand. And also, his socialism, murderous. I mean, as far if this is true, you keep in mind I'm not there. I'm always talking about things that I read or heard. So I cannot confirm that. Like, you're not talking here to a first that somebody that is in there. But as far as I understand, the personal guard of Maduro was all guys from Cuba. I mean, that already tells a lot about him. If you can't even trust your own people, then that basically tells a lot. So what I want to say, that the case for Maduro is not black and white, but it is black and white for the resources of Venezuela. that is black and white, and it's not even ending there. It's also in the Panama Canal and in the whole, and now in Colombia. Even I like, if I understand it right, the drugs came mostly from Colombia, not even Venezuela.
Yeah, that's correct.
And
I believe. Yeah.
So
That's what it sounds
Venezuela seems to have been some kind of a trade, trade hub or something like this. So it is just, it's looking bad. And I think I also believe it's not, like, I read that I think in March or April, there is going to be some kind of a meeting between Xi Jinping and Donald Trump. And I think Donald Trump is trying to make some kind of a case for himself for these meetings, because I think literally these meetings are either gonna break the relationship between the United States and China, or they will find a way to coexist. And for me, at the moment, the United States, they are hopefully outgunned by just production means, but they still have the edge in military, in my opinion. So I read, like, China is producing produce like 1,600 or 1,800 ships in the last year, while American produced around 5 ships. I mean, this is like, that's just going down the line there is just no contest anymore. But the problem is, like, if there was some kind of conflict between the United States and China, that would not be good for them, for none of them, nor probably for anybody else. So there is still a big chance that basically both come to their sense and say basically, maybe we have to find a way. The problem is the rest of the world, they don't want to be left behind in the dust. And the United States pretty much lost now with just this action. I think this was a diplomatic suicide. Who can now defend the United States? And basically, it's going back to what was it? When the American Monroe Doctrine, when they said, well, we are the hegemon on the Americas and things like this. But we are living now in the 21st century. So it's just like you can't always go back to the past centuries and believe that you can make the old ideas work again. And I think that is a huge misjudgment on American part, that the world will stand around and just take that fate. Obviously the United States can fight the whole world in all the places. For example, just in South Africa, like Cyril Ramaphosa is now attacking the United States verbally, and he wants to make a case at the UN against the United States and things like this. And obviously the United States can now go and fight South Africa, and the thing is, how much. It's the same thing for the British when they lost their empire. At some point, you are so overstretched and so still keep in mind, America is just losing their economic power. Like, the power behind the American military was always the economic power behind it, and obviously also that Europe and all the other countries were basically bombed to the ground. Now this is just changing because of the the huge depth of the United States, and and the disindustrialization. I also think the tariffs of Donald Trump were more harmful than beneficial. I read an article from Richard Werner, and you know him, and he was also like, yeah, it is true that taxation was always important for growth of any kind of modern industrial country. But he then also went in and said, but it was very specific. You targeted high-end production, not low-end resources and things like this. That's the polar opposite what Donald Trump did. He came in and basically made tariffs on everything and everything. So basically he creates more and more enemies in the whole world. And then by going against the NATO with Denmark, so it's just like, I mean, this is like imagine you are this big guy on the school, in the school, and then you're basically going and you're bullying this one little guy, and you're just doing him, you know. But no, you're not doing that. You're going and you're bullying the whole school at the same time. Well, you won't win against the whole school. You would maybe come through with bullying the small guy, but if you bully the whole school, this is gonna blow up in your face. And this is literally what I see Donald Trump doing. He's bullying everybody everywhere. And this is just not gonna turn out well. This is just madness. This is just absolutely like this is such a stupid bullshit. Yeah, you know, whoa, you know. What do you think? You think I'm wrong, or do you,
No, I completely agree. It's kind of wild to me, but I mean, I think I mean, a lot of these countries, I think, have lost. I mean, just with Trump in the presidency, I think the United States lost a lot of credibility and respect.
Like the one of the problems of Donald Trump, in my opinion, is he's a little bit like a guy that can calculate half of a you know, you have this mathematical equation, and you are able to calculate half of it. But then for the rest of the equation, you interpret addition as division, and you say you know, potentiation is you know, is a division or something. Like it doesn't. If you can't calculate the whole equation right, then you won't get the right result, and that's the problem. Like, he has some of ideas that, you know, you can actually agree with. You know, it makes sense that the United States should have industry. It makes sense that they should have border where they actually control the immigration. It makes sense that they do something against the drugs. It makes sense that he made the NATO nations in Europe basically give them a kick in the ass, because first of all they're really against free speech, and secondly they didn't maybe pay their fair share of the NATO and things like that. That makes all sense. But then, you know, that's just the first half of the equation. But then he goes in and he blows it up big time, and and at the end it's just like he wants to make America. He's like make America great again. The way he's doing it is basically, at some point he has to step back to make America great again, because he's literally becoming the obstacle to make America great again. And also, to be honest, I believe that ship has sailed. Like, you need a cultural transformation first before you can talk about make America great again. Like, you need to work, and not I don't mean just the United States. I mean all we in the West. We need to go really back to the basics and to the roots, and really think about, you know, how do we act with each other. Now I know there is some geopolitical realists that say, well, listen, this is how it always was with great powers. They always went around, bully everybody and things like this. Yeah, it's true. But how many of these great powers are still great powers today? None. And that's exactly the point. The thing the United States does is not different than anybody else did, and anybody else is now not a great power anymore. I mean, look at Great Britain, look at Persia. They can look at Iran. What's they can't even have they don't even have enough water anymore for their main city. I mean, look at Greece. They are bankrupt. You know, it's just like that is the way how you plunder your empire. And as I said before, with the fighting jet, you know, the Romans weren't in that case either. They weren't, you know, there was not a country that basically, you know, conquered Rome. You know, the country, not just, I mean, the city obviously was was conquered, but there wasn't like this one epic battle where Rome fell, and then you know it's that was not how it went. And this might not be the same with America. America, the way they think, and especially around Trump, I feel it's just like they have like, yeah, you know, the idea how we hold on to power is now we have this huge military, and then we sell weapons to all the world, and we steal their resources, and then you know, and things like this, and you know, and because nobody can win against our military. Yeah, well, you know, military is not how an empire is built, and it's not the one how an empire falls. That is what I say, you know. An empire falls by many different means than just the empire. I mean, look at, for example, Vietnam. You had this huge empire, the United States, in this small little country, Vietnam. Why did you lose? Well, because you lost, and the people they were sick of this fight. It was just morally not anymore, you know. It was lost at the printing press in the United States. You know, it wasn't that, and you know. So what I want to say is like, yeah, you had this hugely powerful military, but still the printing press won. You know, it's the pencil, not the weapon that sometimes wins. And so I just think the people that are in charge, they don't think about the right questions and about the right answers. And you know, the sad thing for me is that I'm not sure that anybody else is doing a much better job. I mean, especially the Europeans, they're absolutely moronic. This is just a disgrace. I'm not sure where Russia's going, because even if I can, many of the points of the Russians they make, especially they seem to be more reasonable in many aspects. Why are they in league with all these criminal, you know, countries like Iran and things like this, where you really have to, or Venezuela, where you really have to say like, what is wrong with the Russians to even support these kind of despots? Now I know the Russians have the philosophy to basically it's a question of the people. They should decide on who is in charge. But you know, it's easy to say that when you sell your Kalashnikovs and thing to the guy that is actually in charge, and then nobody else has a chance because they will be killed. So it's just like, you know, they are not doing a much better jobs. The Chinese, they're also doing the same mistakes that the Americans did. They're already getting high on debts by themselves. And you know, it is just the whole thing about Taiwan is the same thing like with the United States. They don't even ask if people should have the right to choose for themselves, if they should be able to live in freedom or not, from another country. It's not even a question. It's like, this country, this land is ours and we want it. Yeah, you know, all the people that live there, they don't want to be part of your little, you know, kingdom anymore, or your empire, whatever you're trying to build over there. It's not even a question, you know. So it's just like this is all full of these moral, you know, very difficult to judge things. And the problem is there is many people, especially when it's about power. There's morality is not even a question. And maybe that is the right way to think about it, but I don't think so. This myself. I think countries that don't act morally, at some point more, they will just, you know, it's becoming a burden on their back. And
yeah, to me, it's kind of the culmination of having like business entities and business people just infiltrating, and you have government capture and regulatory capture and all of that. And you wind up getting someone like Trump, who inherited all of his money. He's actually lost money. If you look at his fortune, it would actually be greater if he had just put it in like an index fund and left it there. His wealth would actually be higher. Now that he's in the presidency, though, that might not be the case. But
I don't know. I read somewhere that he basically, I'm not sure if it's true. I just quote what I read. That basically all the companies that he actually, you know, he was the chief, that he actually, I don't know how to say it, that he actually executed as the leader, not the inheritor, were basically failures. And now he's basically at the CEO of the United States. And yes, one thing that I as an American, as a European, I mean, we clearly don't have a market, a free market anymore. Like, we don't have free speech and we don't have free... It's just like there is not much freedom anymore. Like, if you have these huge companies, like, there is a few companies in most I think fields that are very highly politicized. I look at the medical, look at the military, look at the electronics. Where is there enough companies that you can say you have actual, you have actual competition? It's just like if you listen to Jensen Wang, the chef in video, he's getting more and more political statements. Isn't that already a red flag that this company is too big? That it basically now starts to get more and more into politics instead of actually producing products. Like, this would be immediately a red flag for me, and to basically, maybe we have to split up in media. Like, literally split it up, take the graphics and the AI parts and rip them apart. It's just like, it's getting obviously too big, otherwise they wouldn't get that much involved into politics. I also don't understand why Tim Cook has to meet Donald Trump and things like this in person. This is like, why, what does Apple, why do they have to be involved in politics or Intel? And now America even bought into Intel. This is just like, everything about that seems to be just like that. Yeah, no free market anymore. And obviously, if there is no free market anymore, then then it's people that decide under what standards people have to live and work, and that's the working class in the United States. And I just read that the amount of people, homeless people in the United States, is such a staggering amount now. It is actually shocking. I mean, shouldn't you care first for your own people? I mean, isn't that like something that that would be like? But no, they are not interested in that. You can spend billions and billions on military to invade foreign countries, but the people on your streets, they don't seem to be valued a single dime, a single nickel, or meanwhile the dollar is blowing up. And I to be honest, in my opinion, as it looks now, the dollar seems to be a little bit the Achilles heel of the United States. Like this thing is just a ticking time bomb until the thing explodes, because the debt is just getting bigger and bigger. And it's just like if the fundamental problems don't go away, then you won't find enough wealth to fill up that hole that is created. It's just like, no much how many resources, no much how, it's just nothing is gonna be enough. Nothing is gonna be enough, because it's just it's a mental the way the people want to live and they think about the world. Yeah, it's also, to be honest, it's a really racist kind of way. Like, if you're an American guy and you believe like, listen, we have the right to dictate the people in Venezuela how they should live. Like, isn't that some kind of like, what about self-determination and the country that prides himself on being the freest from all is going around telling everybody how they have to live? So I heard the United States did around 100 state coups over the last, I don't know, maybe 100 years or so, I don't know. But like, it's just like, I find it so hilarious that a country that had such a huge kerfuffle about Donald Trump and his Russia gate, because the Russians had influenced the votes and blah blah blah. A country that feels so much offended about something they are doing all around the whole world to a much higher degree. This is like, literally, I feel like this is like you know, it's like Freud's Versprecher. It's like, you know, you have so much your mind, not US. I mean the American people, they have so much their mind on how other peoples have to live that they project these things on other people that they would do them to themselves. And so obviously the Russians have influenced the voting in the United States, what is absolutely hilarious. I mean, you know, it is just. Meanwhile, all the media companies and all the things belong to the United States, not to Russia. And the same thing is true, by the way, for Israel, because Israel, the small little country that has about the size of New Jersey, obviously, and their Mossad is controlling the whole world. Like, if you listen to some of these people, this is just like it's just like they want to see some enemies in the Jewish or in the Russians. It has no basis in reality, in my opinion. And you know, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking good because, you know, this could make school. So what if China now goes in and said, well, you know, the United States just went into Venezuela. Well, let's push now into Taiwan. Like, what would the United States say? Like, they just declared basically an updated Monroe Doctrine is now the basis on which the countries live. Basically, you have these great powers and they have their spheres of influence. Well, if this is the new way how the world turns out, who can say that the Chinese shouldn't own Taiwan? Because it's clearly their sphere of influence. It's not even, I mean, it was historically China. And who should basically go to the Russians and say, well, you know, you shouldn't basically take Ukraine and then Poland and all of these countries because, you know, they were historically once Russian. Like, if they now just follow the leadership of the United States, where do we end? And the good thing is, I don't believe that this is going to happen, because I think most countries understand that the world is so interconnected, and I think that is the one thing that the Chinese understand better than the United States is, first of all, they are very dependent on trade. The Chinese are very dependent on trade. They have enormous trade exports. And so they cannot, I think it's not good for them if the rest of the world is so poor that they can't buy anything from China anymore. And that gives basically some kind of a beneficial relationship to everybody that wants to trade with China. Because you get something, you give something, that is mutual beneficial. But the problem with the United States is, what do they actually trade with the rest of the world? Well, you know, basically the classical examples of what the Americans traded with the world is either some kind of licenses for software or virtual products, like, you know, Windows or something like this, that came with all their strings attached, like, you know, cloud and things, and basically spying and blah 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 that people already are pissed off. Or it was some kind of banking, you know, monetary, like, you know, you buy something, the American gives the money, and so, but, you know, that's also something like that's looking really bad for the United States, because who wants a dollar anymore? If it's basically, you know, it's not even clear if the United States will pay back, and if they basically inflate their money so worthless that you are not interested in holding it anymore. And then the last big leg of export for the United States is military. Well, same problem there. If you buy an F-35, well, it comes with all these strings attached. You need now American support, and you can't just have it under these conditions, and you need the software packages and blah 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 and things like this. So who wants to buy that? I mean, why would you buy that if you can't just buy, you know, Russian or Chinese, and it comes with no strings attached? And then, you know, and then on top of it, it comes all with these other things, because the Americans then, like for the Indians, for example, now the Indians are a sovereign country with, I think, 1.4 billion people. So way more than the United States. But the United States has the audacity to tell the Indians that they are not allowed to buy Russian oil or they will be punished. Like what kind of world? Just make a better offer. I mean, this is just like you don't want somebody else to make an offer, make a better offer. But everything is negative. It's either you don't do that or we punish you. It's not like if we make you a better offer so you can choose between two and you can choose the better one for you. No, it's between punishment and also punishment, because they not getting Russian oil is for them also punishment. Now they have to, how do they they curb their energy needs. So it's just like it's everything is negative. The relationships between United States and every country seems to be more and more negative. It's always on a, and that is something that is it's a negative trend. Like, you know, if you go into isolation, basically this seed breeds enmity, and this enmity then again breeds isolation. So you are basically in this down cycle as United States, and at the bottom of that, you are totally alone, and everybody around you is a huge enemy, and you have to be afraid of him. That's the polar opposite of what would be, you know, a mutual beneficial growing society with respect or something like this. But this is the train wagon I think the United States is on, and to be honest, I don't know where Europe lands with this, because for the Europeans now it's a huge moment of waking up, because they see the United States are not a reliable partner. They even threaten them. So the Europeans, they either have to grow up and now decide for themselves, and I think the Europeans still have a lot to if they can at some point get it together, they can be very fast back up. But the problem is they are the policy and the people that are in charge, they are literally like the detriment from Europe. Like with these people, there is no revival of Europe. So basically, as long as these people are there, it's like a Maduro in there is no. But if these people were away, maybe 5, 10, 20 years, Europe could be back, you know, on a positive on a positive side. And the thing is, if this blowout with the United States happens as it looks like with Donald Trump, in 5 to 10 years, if Europe is back on a green field, but now without the United States, because they lost their trust in this relationship, then, you know, where does this leave the United States? Now they are isolated on their little country, and the rest of the world is basically trading with each other. It's not a good. I think if you are in, I mean, if you talk to people, I think you know you should you know, I think you need to go into a different direction, but I don't think that this is possible at the moment. I think that's just the down spiral of an empire, and it comes as it has to come. And yeah, I think, you know, there was once this point in the beginning of the 20th century where Theodor Herzl, I think it was 1895 or something like this, or 98, he said he believed in the creation of the Jewish state, and he said, like, you know, now nobody sees it and nobody believes that, but in 50 years you will all see it. And I think this is the same thing true now in the United States. The way this is turning is like, you know, maybe in 30 years or something like this, the United States will be a total different country than it is now, because the trajectory they are on, in my opinion, is the polar opposite of making America great again. So yeah,
I mean, I think it's already, if you think about it, in like 50 to 80 years or so, it's turned into a totally different country. So it started in the 70s, I think, when we went off the gold standard, and that's when you started seeing a complete decoupling of productivity and income, like salary, wage, income, completely decoupled. It completely exacerbated inequality on every spectrum, and now you just have a government that's essentially bought and paid for and controlled by businesses and business entities, including people like Trump. So yeah, it's
Yeah, there is also an interesting question about where AI is leading, because you can think, in my opinion, you can make an argument for both. Like, either AI is some kind of democratized and to the benefit of everybody, then everybody will have a better life. But if you have to compete against AI, it's literally back to the American Civil War, where the people from the north had to compete with the slaves from the south. That led to war. You cannot compete against slaves. That's like the Romans had the same problems. This is not. It's your economic undoing. Now, what we see now, if these, I mean, we don't know how massive the AI overtake will be, but supposing that it's big enough that a big enough fraction of the population gets deplaced or replaced by AI, what does that mean? Well, it's very simple in economic terms. If you have like a certain amount of a good and you have a need for it, well, then it's clear what the price will be. Now, if you have more worker, because worker get replaced by AI, that means the wages of the worker go down. Basically, that could lead to the absolute unraveling of the economic standing for many of the people. So basically, there is one argument that the AI is nothing more than the reintroduction of a modern kind of slavery that then crushes a big part of the societal, what's it called? Of the society. And then, when Elon Musk and things comes in and says, people will have more time and blah, 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 and they will have to work less and things like this. Yeah, well, that sounds nice. That sounds for me like...
It sounds nice, except none of that's happened historically, so I wouldn't count on that happening at all.
When you had all these homeless people in Rome, they had to also give them bread and the games in the Colosseums, that they don't start to riot. This is literally how it sounds to me. Well, we give them then something to do so that they don't riot. But you don't have any kind of deciding factor on your own outcome anymore, and you find no job, you have no relevance in society, and everything is top down. So what I want to say, AI has literally the potential to crush, if it's not democratized, to crush, basically go back to the high decadency of Rome. And then where do we go from then? Because the power will be so astronomical more high, because then you can literally go and make wars without people because you have all these drones. It's literally like a dystopian future that then some very, very rich and powerful people then control most part of the world. And this is for a start. Like, just historically speaking, something like this never turned out well. It will not turn out now well, but the suffering it could produce before this blows up is enormous. So I'm not sure how this turns out. But if I looked at the trajectory, so how is AI at the moment? How is it dispersed, or what's it called? Not dispersed, how is it shared? Well, you have some, like you have OpenAI, and you have NVIDIA, and you have maybe you can call Elon Musk, and you have Google, and so and maybe Microsoft. Well, they don't actually have something own. You have a very few companies that own basically a lot of the power. And so this doesn't look democratized as... this doesn't look to be that democratized at the moment. The bright spot for me is, China, they seem to be going a different way. A way more democratized way just look at DeepSeek and things like this. They're just like they are almost like the off-Valve of the concentration of power. So I'm not sure. If you'd asked me, I think at the moment we are more down the way of the dystopian future than to the bright one, just because of the concentration of power already. Like, you know, if the United States can't even form, like, if they can't even split up Nvidia and all these companies because they are too powerful and they crush too much of the civil liberties, how do they want to crush that if it's even more like all-encompassing? Because AI could literally be all-encompassing, from making your beverages to deciding about how you put your money onto an account or something like this. This could be very, very big. So yeah, and it would also be a perfect spyware. Like, in, you know, that's, I mean, what we see with Windows 11. Like, it's, what about data protection? Like, I just don't understand why the United States is not up in all the allegations against Microsoft with the bullshit they are doing. I think I read that even the CIA, I'm not sure if this is true, you would have to follow up, but even the CIA now made a paper that Microsoft is the Microsoft Windows 11 is not acceptable as a process platform. So I mean, even if the United States find out, and you know, the thing is not even like, this is not even a vulnerability against people that are not in the United States. It's also a vulnerability for the people in the United States, because if anybody can break into any of these protocols or into these machines, then guess what? The whole is open to an attacker from any country. So if the United States are so afraid of the Russians and things like this, or of the Chinese, maybe they should think about if they didn't just put their Trojan horse in their own backyard by allowing companies like Microsoft to fish all these private data in the first place. I mean, the Trojans, they were so stupid to bring the horse from the foreigners into their city. But the Americans seem to be so stupid, they are producing their own Trojan horse and bringing that into the city. So it's just like, this seems to be even more stupid than the people from Troya, yeah. It's just like, I don't know, yeah, people are just fucking morons in my opinion.
Just letting them walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, you know, as sad as it is to living in interesting times, it are interesting times. Just give me a moment, 2 minutes.
Where's my tank, dude? What? My team is just letting this other team walk in and take all the space they want. It's really annoying. They're just throwing this whole like last. They let them touch second for free. Just letting them walk right into third. We had a great hold, and now they're just letting them walk in. Which means we don't have a tank. Yeah. Awful. Awful. Not a fan of our tank. Like if our tank just played more like traditional Zarya, like holding objective, like I think we could probably win this. I don't think we're gonna win this now.
one small step.
And also because I couldn't see my tank, I wasn't able to heal them a lot of the time, so I couldn't get my ult faster, and then it took me too long to get my major perk, if I even got it. I don't even think I got my major perk.
Wes? Wes?
Some,
You hear me?
yeah.
One thing that I also found interesting, I listened to some American fighter pilot guys talking about this Venezuela attack and things like, and they were like, oh, this was so chirurgic, and this was such a great thing because it was just like perfect and all encompassing, and it all worked together, and this was so and I was fucking disgusted, because like, even if it's my enemy that dies, it's still a horrendous thing to happen. It is just like the death of any human, no matter it's just a tragedy. It's a tragedy, and it is sad. That it had to happen.
Well,
Yes, it
here
might
you go,
have been a
David. You can
mil-
take a look at this. This is my tank straight up throwing the game. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay.
Well, I don't see anything. Wait, I have a phone call. Just give me a sec.
Wait while I reload.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just give them a free win. That's exactly what I needed.
Wes, what did you think about the Venezuela attack?
Pretty much exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what you said. It's the U.S. I mean, this is the thing. So the whole point that I was making is that when you have government capture and regulation, you just start running the government like it's a business. That's not the point of the government if you want there to be democracy and freedom. It's the exact opposite of how you would want to run a company. But you have a bunch of business people who are now running the government like it's a country because no one actually represents the people. And he's actually defunding right now. The government is actually defunding like any kind of like program. This is why it's so dangerous to promote privatization, because the whole point of the government is commons and what do you call it? Democracy. That's literally what the government is. It's like working together.
Yeah, well, you know, people make plans and then reality happens. Let Donald Trump make his plan, and then let all your Jagdgeist, let the dice roll. But it actually says the dice have rollen or something like this. Yeah. Well, you know.
This is painful.
There it is. Even painful to watch. Is this ranked?
Yep. Yeah, my tank decided to throw. I don't know why. But this isn't unusual either. That's actually, like, I had a game, I had a day, I played like 10 games. Like, five of them was mine.
Everybody here except for Junkrat. That guy actually fought. The rest that is disgusting. I mean, that's, yeah.
I didn't hear anything you said, but the Junkrat was actually playing well.
Yeah, that is what I said. I would report everybody except the Junkrat. Why don't you hear me? You hear me or not?
Choose your map. Select your hero. Select hero bands.
I think there is just some people that are some kind of geopolitical globalists, in a sense that usually, let's say you want to go
Select your hero.
to a city A, and you walk into the direction of city B, that is polar opposite of city A, and you obviously at some point find out that well, you didn't reach city A, well, you're obviously on the wrong, you know, you took the wrong way. But then there's some people that just want to go on and on and on, because it's like, well, you know, we just have to walk enough, you know, we just have to walk long enough. At some point it then will change. It's like, you know, you come to the point of no return on a globus, and then, you know, it the farthest point of the sphere, and then, you know, you basically come closer again. This is how I sometimes feel with some politicians. It's just like they always double down and double down and double down, and then they believe, yeah, well, you know, at some point it's gonna make a turn, and then everything is gonna be, we're gonna get closer again. Yeah, well, you know. It is usually the moment when you should leave. Not listen to these guys anymore.
What in the fuck? The shit? The fuck does she kill me with 20 energy? What? She had like no energy and like instantly killed me. The fucking hell? It's Zarya. She like didn't even have high energy. It's just like.
Well, you know, basically. I'm very close. I mean, you have a dual fist. You should win. And you have a Mercy. Should also win.
Wu Yang, so kind of like a guy.
Oh yeah,
Mercy.
oh yeah, you're right. Well, I also like Wu Yang.
Close enough, though. Close enough.
Yeah, I actually think I'm not. I don't know what. I don't think the healing of Wu Yang is good.
It is not, but his damage is high.
I think you need healing and not damage here. That's
Yeah,
what I
well,
tried.
if the Doom would play where I could see him.
Nice, well played.
Watch this aim.
Wesley Snipe.
That's right. Nope. Nope.
Maybe you should play Sniper. That would be a good name. By the way, Wes is such a cool name. It's a three-letter name that is just like immediately already like A tier. And then it's also Wes, so it's S tier. So you wouldn't have to change that for anything.
This ends now.
Blew him out of the water.
Most people with long names have so long names it's not worth to call them.
Yeah, you need to like just call him something simple.
Yeah. You are not that important for my life to talk that huge ass name.
And make sure you tell him that too, yeah. Make sure you tell him. Let me up. Let me up. Sorry, Ash, I couldn't really see you. Oh, fuck. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you see, just keep that guy alive and you win.
Ah,
No, why did you jump down?
I can get back up. Let me out. Oh my god. Her movement gives me a freaking heart attack here.
No,
Nice block.
the main with her evil wall.
Oh no.
This May is playing really good for their team. She's
Yeah.
stalling so much.
Yeah, she is.
Like, you can't get in.
Yeah, we can't.
That was a mistake of Mauga. He didn't push out.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that.
He killed himself. Now it's game over.
Yeah, this May
If you
is-
can't kill May. If you can't kill May, that is.
Yeah, we did.
So basically, you see the reason, in my opinion, why they lost is Mauga's fault. It's
Yeah.
huge if a tank misplays and fumbles the
Yeah.
objective.
Switching sides.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing about Mauga is it's especially when you're defending, just play defender's advantage and just play like behind the cart. You can even let them push the cart a little bit, but running into them and just exploding, you lose the game. Doing that, yeah. Like I've hit the button by accident so many times. I've gone in and tried to make a play so many times. I just lost the game for my team.
What are these
so.
numbers on the right side of their name?
It's the endorsement level. So I can almost never maintain 5. I bounce between 4 and 5 now. They made some change to it. I was at 5 like all the time, and then they made some change, and now I just bounce between 4 and 5 all the
You
time.
should be -5.
I
Like
should.
Every time you
Yeah.
lose one.
Yeah. Every time I complain, yeah.
It's just like a fuck off.
It should go negative into the thousands for me.
No, I think you get I think about all the time you spend your life clicking on that shit. It's just like, yeah, you just get that off your out of your system. That's toxic, man. You're also not achieving much because this is literally just a valve they give you to channel that anger, basically, so nothing really happens. I don't think they are actually, they're because you write the report, they're not going to actually look at it. I think they would be.
Yeah, they're almost definitely not going to. I have to reload. I need more help there. There's way too much damage in this game. I might be able to stall, but I can't. That's way too much damage.
Yeah, you're also getting.
So the problem there was initially my Ashe just ran away instead of letting me heal her, so she was completely out of the fight.
You're almost dead. Take
Yeah.
life. Don't go. So you're always in the wrong spot at the moment.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, there is
Whoa,
nobody where
what the-
you are, and you are a healer. Like, how can this be the right spot?
Because, well, I'm trying to survive. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Is you.
If my teammates
the
die,
idea-
that's kind of on them there. Like, there's nobody around. Like, our team isn't there. They need to back way up. It's way easier to explode than it is to survive. So, you're like, if you've lost the team fight, you have to run away really far. Like,
Yeah, but look at the amount of progress they make.
Yeah,
Like,
but
if
that's
you have
not my
attacked the
fault.
all a little bit, then that's also good. See?
Oh shit! See what I mean? See, I'm trying to. There's just way more damage in the game. Like, you can't let a Bastion just roll up like that.
No, that's not. But that's not on you. That's you have a whole team in one bastion, and they all get.
Yeah, I see it.
I think the tank plays well. If you keep him alive,
Yeah. Shit. I thought their tank was trying to push in. He is.
yeah, he was. Nice.
Come on, Doom! Nice. Well played, sir. Oh no, Doom! Yeah, I can't help you there. Okay. So Tank is dead, so see how I'm just instantly backing up? Fuck me. See how fast he caught up to me? Holy shit!
What was that?
Them just walking forward and me trying to do that. It's just, that's what I mean. That's why you'll see me run away and it seems like I'm out of position. I'm not. I'm just trying to make sure I'm...
It almost looked like you got some kind of a rush. I mean, gust or wind. Feel that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you might still do that.
Yeah.
Well, almost.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, unfortunately my
at least
team...
Young looks good while losing. That is also.
Yeah, looks like my Bastion might have kind of given up. Nope.
I think he was.
Yeah, see, now we're just surrounded.
Professional.
Guys, stop.
Yeah, he's not. He's just keep him alive. He might be able to crush some more.
That's all that exists in the game now is damage. Yeah, their tank is just gonna keep running up.
He's coming for you. He's coming for you. But the problem is, like, the way this is going, they are just walking through. The tank needs at least to be at the object, at least stall. Like, Wu Yang is not doing it. Wu Yang
Where
is
the
out.
fuck is her thing, dude? I can't even see it.
Oh. Well, it's her thing. I don't know where her thing is.
Yeah, her like disruptor shot was like in a super weird spot. It was like right here or something, but I couldn't see it, and I kept taking damage from it.
My ultimate orbital ray is ready. I will fix that. My ultimate is ready.
Woo, okay.
What was that?
Bastion.
Well, that was an interesting ultimate, I give you that. Not even the worst, to be honest. Now it's game over.
Probably.
This app really likes you, huh? Like he's shooting you every second he can.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
Come
gonna
on,
try to
don't kill.
survive.
I will survive. Just keep the tank alive. Without tank, there is. You need to keep for 1 minute and 50 seconds. So just keep him alive. Just pile healing into him.
Yeah, if I can
No,
see
it's,
him, yeah, if I can see him.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna YOLO.
Okay, Ash. Okay.
That's stupid. If you go forward and you don't even kill a single guy, and now.
Oh shit. Bastion! Oh my god, dude, nobody can help you there.
Go too far, because then you have a healing fall off.
He's gonna hook me out of the sky. See how he's moving in? Yeah.
Yeah, but let him. And I don't mean let him hook. Let him go out of position because he's dying, you see? And you see? Perfect.
Okay.
You lured him away, he went down, he was out of his heals, and then you could kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's so focused on you, just use that to your advantage and lure him into a spot where he's basically out of position.
Yeah, I can try. There's a very small margin of error with Hog. Like 30 meters is deceptive. Like he'll seem like he's too far away, and he will hook you.
That is. 12 seconds, 10 seconds, and then you win. Just don't throw it up now. Oh, they have to get to the car. They will push in now. Perfect.
Well played, team. Nice. Very nice. 40 and 5. Yeah. Yeah, he carried.
Yeah, you also did. You played well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. I think up this in this map.
Yeah, nice.
There you go. Almost master. One more win.
Yeah, yeah, almost. And I'll be up there with Krondop.
Yeah, crowned up.
Actually, he's like champ. I think he's like probably top 5 or something.
Is he still playing Overwatch?
Mm-hmm.
Select
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he never left. to play rivals or anything.
Yeah, he's way too good for that he's a tank player.
Yeah. I mean, he can play anything. Yeah. Yeah, he can play anything and get like top 10. It's kind of funny though. I was watching this video. You know, Yeatle. Yeatle's like rank 1. I think he hits rank 1 regularly, and he
That sounds like the ugly girlfriend from Yoda.
What's that?
Like, that sounds like the ugly girlfriend from Yoda from Star Wars. That name.
Oh, Yeatle. Yeah. Yeah, but he was doing, I think it's in a Doomfist, like unranked GM Doomfist video. He starts an ult account on Doomfist, and it places him in bronze.
No, really.
It was so funny. Yeah. It placed him in bronze, and then he started winning so hard that the account got banned.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it was funny. Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Oh no.
I think he mentions it. It's towards the beginning of the video. It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Oh lord. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, what is he main player?
I think I want to say he's like a ball or something. I'm not sure if he has a main because he's so, I don't know, he's good at the game in general. So I don't know if he has a main, but I always thought he was a ball.
Always wanted to see
He said, okay,
Or,
tank.
yeah, like a ball Winston.
They have weak
Like maybe that's where he
points.
started. I don't know. I'm not sure what his background
You
is.
don't mean you have destroyed him before?
Stay out of the Colossal, girl. You wouldn't have the stomach for it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Yeah. So it's Winston, so I'm just gonna stay pretty much as far away from him as I can. Okay.
I think you need maybe you need a mercy heal.
What? Oh, okay.
Kiriko would also be good, I guess. Kiriko, because of burst healing.
Kiri, so the problem I have with Kiri is the only real movement
no,
I
she-
have is blinking towards someone, so I have to trust my team to be positioned well, and I don't.
No, I mean you can stay back and when you jump, you teleport away.
Also, like, I kind of like the whole sniping.
Then play Ana.
Well, then I have no movement at all.
Yeah, but you have to sleep. And when he jumps out, you sleep him in the air and then you nuke him. Onto heal and nuke him up.
Okay, I like this ball. This ball lets me heal them, which means I get a bunch of...
Knew you like balls.
Look, what I'm trying to say...
Yeah.
What I'm really trying to say is... Oh, come on, guys. Don't let them just walk in. Dude, why are we not holding... She's not even holding main right here. Wow, what the fuck? Did she die? She must have died. There's no way you just back out like that. That's wild.
I can tell you on your screen, you have an OLED monitor, but for me it doesn't look any different. On my screen.
Yeah, my team isn't making any space for me to go in.
No.
But somehow we won.
Oh, he's apeshit now. Well, you know, I like a lot of things to do with with Yuno, but your ultimates are basically all the same.
The ult was good in theory because we can burn down the Winston.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
It was mostly to take on the Winston. I mean, in theory, it was good. It had all the makings of a great ultimate, in that I used it. What I mean to say is, I used my ult. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Okay,
guys.
count-
Don't
count
help me
that,
at all.
that.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, Winston's just behind you. He's not doing anything else. He's not just coming after you.
Yeah, my team is just allowing him to do whatever he wants. We kind of need to work together, but whatever. I guess that we'll just lose this. That's cool.
He'll come again against you, you know. And Hido's just looking to the front and then he's jumping.
Little late, guys.
What would be good against Winston? Maybe a thing? What's that name? Richard? If he jumps you, just go in and smash.
Yeah, Wendigo is the other one. I think I'm gonna.
First round lost. Score 0-1.
I think Mercy would also have been good.
Probably. Probably, but both of their DPS don't seem to be missing. So
Moira, man. Play Moira. Because if he jumps you, just go away.
Your worth is a high
the other support is.
She plays Moira.
I mean, if they're gonna jump like that, I can't. I can go like Brig or something. I can go Brig. I can go.
Yeah, the thing is, you know, Life Weaver maybe. You can grip somebody out. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, this could work.
I mean, if he jumps, you just go up.
Yeah. Yep, and then he'll have to wait 5 seconds.
See? Perfect. And he cannot do anything, and now you just shred him. Perfect. And that is his thing gone. Perfect. Look at this. Look at this. That is counter picking, you know? That was perfect. Well played.
Yeah.
That is literally you taking him, making him totally useless. If this that guy, yeah, perfect. He might switch. No, he's still there. I wouldn't go too far. Now you have no pedal. He jumps you, you're just dead.
Correct. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to give it to them for a sec. I'll have it back. And... Yep. Yeah, he switched. See that? Did the old switcheroo.
Oh, your tank, you need to grip.
I'm gonna grip. No, Cass. Our tank is down, dude. Like, defender's advantage, guys. Tank is down, just move back. Okay, there's cheater aim Hanzo. I'm not even gonna bother peeking that.
Stay with.
I'm trying to help the Sojourn on.
Yeah, that's what I say. Just stay in range that you can grip out. The tank needs healing. Oh, that was nice. That was nice, I think. Ooh. What is it? Well played.
Just come here.
Really well played. You're dead now.
Yep, I am. That is correct.
Ooh, I don't know how you survived that.
I don't either. But Sojourn needs. Ooh, okay. No footsteps or anything. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see that. Okay, yeah. Why have any footsteps on that guy? Of course, that would make sense. I guess I was just alive for too long. I guess so. We're just.
What is the equivalent of the Japanese ninja in Chinese? Chinese Shaolin or what? Like, it's more of a monk.
see them. Okay.
Oh wow. That was so the thing is, maybe you have to. Actually, I don't feel like you're not your users. It's not your problem. It's just everything gets killed now so fast.
I'm actually getting quite a bit of value here because I can heal from so far away. It's more my team just needs to
The problem is
slow
they
it
all
down.
die too fast. They have somehow too much damage. I don't know what it is. Also, your value isn't that high because of the shield of the other guy.
Jesus Christ.
I wonder if this fucking Hanzo is in cheat mode engaged or something like this. This Hanzo is fucking hitting.
Yeah, he hits everything. That's why I already reported him. So, also, if their tank is completely alone like that, yeah, we're just not playing as a team
Right.
here. I mean, maybe
Let's
they.
be real here. You would have reported him anyway.
I would have. You're right. I would have.
I mean, you know.
More from balance, I think. Like it's just too easy. Just too easy to hit his shots. I mean, look, like you can definitely get locked in. You can definitely get locked in on any character, and it'll look like you're cheating. But it's kind of, unless you're like rage hacking, it's difficult to tell if someone's actually cheating.
Follow my lead. I'll make sure this goes smoothly.
So the problem is, Cassidy is not the front line. He's just too weak.
This should be fun.
And the ball alone is not strong enough. I think you need something to get with him. And Sojourn is also, it's just like it feels like you don't have enough staying power. You would need some kind of an additional shield or something like this. Or a second tank or something, I feel.
Yeah.
It's just like everything you have is so flimsy. There is no survivability. Maybe you should play Bridget. Don't die. Don't leave your tank out of sight.
There's no way I can follow him. That's the issue.
No, well, you could. There is a right side, the corridor.
I can't get there fast enough though, and then I give up supporting the Sojourn. But she ran in too deep and died anyway.
Sojourn is out of position, 1 against 4. Like, forget her.
Okay, it's just not giving me grips. Also, everything's dying too fast. Okay, Hanzo does way too much damage.
Isn't dying the same word like for putting color on something?
What's it?
If you put color on something, you're also dying.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, I guess we're going this way. And my ball is just instantly dying anyway. I can support Reaper on this side. Okay, of course, he just hits every single shot.
That's what I told you.
Okay, Jesus Christ, dude. Nobody's doing anything on this team. I can't see anybody. I can't move in anywhere.
You need to play armor. You can heal from long range with shots.
No, that's not the issue. Is line of sight. I can't do anything on Anna. It'd be even worse.
No, you could heal them from the end of the
Yeah, my team just threw the whole time. All right, I'm gonna avoid.
If you played Anna, you would have won. I just know. Sometimes I just know things.
I think their matchmaker's just shit, and it likes to throw matches that are completely unequal. And some people like to play ball when they should not be playing ball. Like, it's one thing if, like, I can't even get my ult. Like, I can't even do anything there because my ball is just running around dying and feeding the other team ult charge the whole time. If ball takes damage and then runs back to me and I'm able to get my ult, that can actually be a strategy. But a lot of ball players, I find, probably including in Diamond, likely have no fucking clue how to play this game. But especially in Plat. Dude, it is so awful. It's really annoying to watch. Like that game, perfect example. If I can get my ult, it's that game's a little bit different.
Vote for a map. Select your hero.
Oh, where is this Warhammer? Blah blah blah. There is it. IGN.
Choose
Dawn of War
heroes
4
to
trailer.
ban.
I wonder if they produce like a Hollywood Warhammer movie. If it's with Henry Cavill, I'm watching it. That's it's not some of this woke bullshit.
Now arriving at the Shambhali Monastery.
Yeah. They also, I think they started introducing women as the knights or whatever, which I think is a good thing.
Warhammer.
Yeah, in Warhammer, like they're like
Oh, nice.
they're like rewriting the
Start.
Astartes, yeah, like female Astartes.
One small step at a time.
Which
The snow here is
I think is good. I
cold.
think that
The
could be
ice
a
caps back home.
good thing. It could actually make the show better if they, if they write it correctly. So, they do it.
Yeah, usually it's not good. They make a Mary Sue like what's her name? The Star Wars Mary Sue.
Yeah.
Then it's just no interaction,
5, 4,
just superiority.
2, 1.
Basically Nazi, Nazi thoughts. That's like, well, the women are the new overhumans. They are always leading. They are always superior, and they are always right. Where did I hear that?
They had a DPS who was
Wow, that trailer is insane.
Are you going up or what? What are you doing? Oh shit. Fall.
I think I like the orc the most in 140k because they're the only hilarious race, as far as I can tell. That's way too dark for me.
Frig, you can't.
fucking off the read. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so frustrating.
Huh.
I can't see you. Oh my my tank goes way too deep and then says back me up. Reaper almost definitely has ult. There's no healing in this game. Gotcha. Confirmed.
No one can hide from my sight.
Aww.
The payload has reached the checkpoint. Do not provoke me.
Let's move the payload together.
There.
Je suis faite pour ça. To me! Watch out, I'm on fire!
Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
Yeah, point and blade. Okay.
That is just not possible. Oh well, if it's...
But yeah, tomorrow, I don't think you're interested, but tomorrow's the big, what seems to be a big balance patch to Overwatch, which is kind of weird because they haven't said anything. I haven't seen a blog or anything. Maybe there is one. I haven't even checked yet.
Well, you know, I might still might be interesting to see what they are doing, where they are going.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep you posted if they do anything interesting. Let's go news. There is no new blog, so maybe tomorrow they push the balance patch. Either that or maybe it comes out a little later today.
Rock and roll. Fucking idiot. Oh my god. Uh, These are too fast. Oh my god. uh, oh my god.
For your mouth.
Is that cute? Little thing.
Select your hero. Select heroes to ban.
What?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture.
One small step at a time. Time to take action.
Be with this one.
The objective is
So, how is your drop? Even more? You don't seem to have that bad games at the moment.
It seems okay. I have a vendetta, so I helped her clear that lane, and she's so strong right now that it was just a lot of value. And no one's holding this angle anymore. I'm sure it should not have hold it. So, there, see. So now the Kiri is on the left, helping to hold this angle. So we just have to watch about. They might deepen the angle on the right. So we just have to watch out. Okay, the Kiri didn't stay with Vendetta, or she went too deep. One or the other. Hey, the tank is almost the other
Oh,
bot.
the new hero with what? Is she good?
Who, Vendetta?
Is Vendetta the sword hero?
Yeah, yeah, she is. She's very good right now if you understand how.
How? I'm not sure if I understand how. This kind of language.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Best round.
We must accelerate.
Score.
Yeah,
1.
yeah, my team did well.
0.
I think the. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the Vendetta there. Maybe she went too deep, and the Kiri didn't feel comfortable following, or.
There's
I'm
always
not sure.
science to be done.
Yes, you know, I think I'm going to bed.
Okay, all right, man. Yeah, yeah. Feel better. I know you were sick, so yeah, I hope you feel better
Yeah,
and,
not
and rest well.
bad anymore, but
I've got a few, got a few, got a few, got a few tricks.
um,
I've got a few, got a few
I-
tricks. I've got a few, got a few tricks. I've got a few tricks.
wish you
1.
a good night.
Yep, yep. You too. You too, man. I'll catch you tomorrow, probably if you're around.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, yep. Have a good one. Okay. Not sure what's going on. So this one. Okay. And we never tapped. My tank just ran away. Gotcha. Okay, I think we need to go out the other door.
Can I really do this? No, I must not think like that.
Okay. You could have. And I went the wrong way. I don't have triple jump yet. So I can't get out that way. My tank should have jumped back. Yeah, we're just throwing this. Yeah, my tank is throwing this. Like you'll never get healing playing like that. Jumping in and just LOSing the whole time.
It's go time. Let the kitsune guide you.
Oh my god, tap, guys. Tap, tap, tap. Really? Okay. The fact he survived that long is absolutely absurd. What is wrong with this team? Yeah, we just lose this round, I think. That's where my money's at. Yep, we just lose this round. So play KD.
I've got you in my sights.
Score 1-1.
The regions of Earth are so varied. But one human lifespan is not enough to see it all.
The fuck? Alright, let's see if my tank throws this game.
Win this thing.
Cybernetic innovation. Defend with me. Got visual here.
Over here.
Oh, okay.
Don't let them take the point.
Enemy over here.
Okay. And we already lost this. Okay. Dude, they've made this such a baby fucking game for DPS. Look at that shit. You already do way less damage, and now they nerf the movement. Like, it's just... Anyway. I don't see anybody. Okay. Where are they hiding? They need to add back 1v1 potential. Yep, and I'm out of the team fight. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. Didn't realize my whole team died. My tank isn't positioning very well. Like it, both TP DPS are dead, and why are you even still in there? Oh my god, you couldn't win that! Unbelievable! God. Alright, I'm just doing it. I just have to. I just have to. Holy shit. Oh my god.